Guys, time for tech here. Today I'm bringing you a video about the most likely things to appear at WWDC 2016. I only have like half an hour to get this uploaded and edited, so I'm going to make this quickly, and then afterwards, maybe tonight or tomorrow, I'll go through the things that were correct from what I said and why I thought they were going to be there, and also the things I got wrong and also why I thought those were going to be there. So let's get into it. So the MacBook has just had a fresh update. So the next thing that's going to be updated is the MacBook Pro. And where better place to do it than the annual Worldwide Developers Conference. So I'm expecting an update of the MacBook Pro. It's going to have the Intel processor, obviously, as what they've been doing the whole time. I'm surprised they haven't made their own, because they like to make their own things. Like even on their phone, they have Intel on their MacBooks. So that's one thing during upgrade. A redesign might be there too. It hasn't changed much in recent years. It's just been like the same. They just made it thinner. Obviously, they added USB Type-C in the other MacBook, but maybe they might add USB Type-C in the next MacBook Pro. Obviously, they'll make it thinner. I don't know any MacBook where the next year they haven't made it thinner. I don't know if they're going to keep on making it thinner. I don't know what technology. In the next 3 or 4 years, it'll be interesting to see if it has to stay the same size, just with more tech in it. An OLED touch bar might be on there, or maybe like not one that actually clicks like the actual keyboard, but one that has like a vibration that makes it seem like it's clicking, like in the 12-inch MacBook. A new version of watchOS is inevitable, but leaks suggest that a new, thinner Apple Watch 2 is on the cards as well. That makes sense, as a June announcement would give developers several months to work on apps for an autumn release. We don't expect it to look very, very different, but it's gonna be thinner, and screen protectors, stands, and obviously gonna be more straps made by Apple and also other third-party companies. The internals are supposed to be significantly improved. If the Apple Watch looks the same, I don't think if I had a choice, I wouldn't buy it. Because there's so many Android OS watches that look so much better than the Apple Watch. And they're also more powerful, better in terms of performance. They look nicer as well, like I said before. And it's rumored that Apple bases Apple Watch 2 processor on the ARM Cortex A32, which is 25% faster than the current one. It also might get an improved set of sensors, which is also going to help it with the gyroscopes when you're moving your arm around, tracking your steps and your health and all that stuff. iOS 10 will get its usual WWDC launch late September and autumn release. Late September beta and autumn release. We're expected to drop support for the iPad 2 and iPhone 4S, not least because we thought they got the bullet last year. But I'm surprised they still make it for the iPhone 4S. If it includes a lot more work to do, I don't know why it makes sense for them to do it, because the iPhone 4S is also a really old phone. But then again, if they make it like iPhone 5, more people will be upgrading to the latest iPhone, which makes more money for them. At least that's how I do it. Rumored features include iCloud voicemail, where Siri can handle incoming calls and apologize if you can't take them, 3D touch in a refreshed customizable control center, a health style home app for HomeKit, and possible multi-user support for iPads. My favorite rumor is that in iOS 10 we'll finally be able to remove the stock Apple apps. I have it like in an unused folder on my phone. I just label it unused with all the apps that are there that I can't delete. Also, the App Store is getting a revamp to make decent apps easier to find. iOS 10 could be a bad news for jailbreakers, because it has a rootless security system which makes iPhones and iPads impossible to jailbreak. That could be a good thing, because I've seen some places where jailbreaking can get you a lot of apps for free. And imagine if you've gone through all the work of making an app, you sell it just for 99p, and then there are thousands of people jailbreaking it, ridding you of thousands of pounds. But then again, removing jailbreaking will stop creativity of people who like hacking and all types of stuff like that. iMessage could be on Android. It might sound crazy, but there are Android phones and iPhone users in this world and friends who talk to each other. But iMessage isn't compatible on Google platform. Messages go unseen. Group chatters vanish out of thin air. Also, it would be just better if you had it on Android, because you could have friends on Android and on iPhone. One of you won't necessarily want to switch, and as I said before, messages disappear and all sorts of things happen that aren't very good. So it's just more useful to have iMessage on Android, and it could happen. It's not one of those crazy out there rumors. It's actually been on many trustworthy websites that it could happen. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year. So if you like this video about WWDC future tech, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, I'm going to be putting a Twitter poll on Twitter, so go to my Twitter, link in the description below, and then you can vote on the poll about WWDC.